How goes the family? How goes it? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys having a great and exceptional evening. Get the situation squared away. There she goes. All right. Well, it's Sunday. You don't do too much ranting and whatnot on a Sunday night unless something specifically is happening. But basically, just want to talk about life in a sense. Because a lot of times when I go live on Instagram, it's I call them my therapy sessions and whatnot. Because everybody, male, female, child, needs to be able to vent what's going on in life and things of that nature. And a lot of times, we get knocked down in life. A lot of times, things get taken out of perspective in life, and a lot of times, we're like, we're not who we really are. You know, I remember seeing one of my favorite YouTubers, Dinah Samir. He has the Search for Huru um, YouTube channel. He's on Facebook, and he's blowing up, doing amazing things between the United States and between West Africa. But I remember there was a video he made, maybe back in 2020, 2019, before the pandemic, and he was talking about how he wanted to get back into meditating, which is a very therapeutic thing for you. Just like people do yoga, everybody has a thing that's very therapeutic for them. How he wanted to get back into getting up early again and getting back on his regimen again. Um, I myself, because he was an entrepreneur and because he works for himself, he really his schedule wasn't as regimented as it used to be because he didn't have to be at the office at a certain time. He was in the sales industry, and the one thing he liked about the sales industry is the upside of it is if you're good at your job and being a salesperson, then you have the opportunity to make more income than a person who's salary and whatnot. Um, if you're and then another thing is you didn't have to spend that much time in the office. You're able to spend more time, not being micromanaged. He was able to um, go to make sure that he fulfilled his obligations in regards to servicing clients that was given to him. Driving to the specific areas and ensuring that he's talked to them and try to he had to make his sales quota, plus he wanted to exceed his sales quota and things of that nature. So I get that all at the same time. But then as he became an entrepreneur, started making money off of social media, selling products, selling vacation packages, doing tours throughout West Africa. He said he felt like he was getting a little lackadaisical and whatnot. And when it came to even things of politics and things of that nature, he's not trying to be left or right. He's just basically more of a guy that's an independent mindset. And I think, to be honest with you, I think when it comes to politics, more and more people should be of the independent mindset because I think this whole left versus right nonsense just really makes corporations more richer than anything else. But that's just my personal opinion on that one. But the main thing I took from that video is he was talking about discipline and getting back on his grind, getting back to, not only just giving back, but getting back to doing great things. And me personally, I get that. And I feel like I've been in a little bit of a quagmire lately in the last couple months because, life happens. And, when life happens, life can affect you. But, to those, this video really is for those that are out there. However bad your life may feel right now, however, if you feel like your dreams have died or your dreams have been put on life support, I will say with all sincerity is do your best to keep pushing forward. Even if you're at a place in life where you feel like you're not, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's a quote from the show Oz. It was a show that was came on back in the late 90s and went off in the early 2000s. Shows how old I'm getting. But there was a quote that was from the person who played Kareem Saeed. I forgot his name. He's a great actor. I believe he's from the UK. He's of African or Caribbean descent. But he played Kareem Saeed, and he said to the gentleman, Augustus Hill, he said, because Augustus Hill was basically at the time he was going through the motions of he was in a wheelchair, he was in prison for the rest of his life, but he had a chance because the judge that was presiding over his case, the judge was corrupt and was taking bribes from various attorneys to make the decisions of the court cases to go in their favor, whether it was the prosecution or the defense attorneys. But anyways, Augustus Hill was like, I can't. They were fighting his appeal for him to get out of prison, and they lost the appeal, and Augustus Hill's like, Kareem Saeed says to Augustus Hill, hey, we can continuously fight. We can go to the media with this. And Augustus Hill was like, no, man, I can't. He's like, what do you mean? I can't stand the hope of me getting out of this prison. And Kareem Saeed said, hope is all we have. And Augustus Hill said, no, all I have is Oz, which was the name of the prison. And that statement was deep, but when I look at life in general, I'm just like, hope is all we have. For a lot of people, hope and entertainment got them through the pandemic, For a lot of people, hope got them through prison. For a lot of our military personnel, hope got them through war zones. Hope got people who are prisoners of war, prisoners on any aspect, people who are battered women, abused children. Hope has helped a lot of people in various aspects in various different ways. So I implore you all out there, for any dreams, goals, and aspirations that you have, I'm saying with all sincerity that hope is all we have. Not only hope is all we have, but hope is what should get most of us out of bed every day. You know what I mean? So whatever you may be going through, continuously push forward. Stay the course. And with it being a new month, you have new opportunities to hopefully change your life around. And even if by the end of the month of May, if you don't see any big significant changes, then you continuously try again in the month of June. But I say this because, it can be very hard in trying to push forward in life and to accomplish things in life. And even though it seems like there's no point of striving to do better and striving to do more, it's like, it's easy. It is very easy to be basic. It is very easy to not strive for more. It's actually very easy to not dream if you want to be specific in life and whatnot. I've got some crap on my face. But yeah, if you want to be, it's very easy to not have any dreams and goals and aspirations in life. People don't really think about that, but it really is. If you think about it, if you just go to work, just pay your bills, never go on any real vacations, never make any waves, never strive for perfection, never strive to get promoted, never strive to start a business, never strive for economic excellence, never strive for better health. So that's the easy part, man. The hard part is to actually strive for the things that I just mentioned outside of the basic norm. A lot of people love, I call it like a psychology trick. A lot of people love to get the good old kudos on the job and the kudos from the significant other. To me, that's simple stuff. That's how it's supposed to be. But when you accomplish things that you dream about and that excite you and pulls the passion out of your life, that's the hard part. I mean, to keep it simple, ask any entertainer or any freaking music artist that didn't make it but still do it because they love it. They're passionate about it. There's a lot of people that act in movies and shows and plays because they're passionate about the art of it all. There's a lot of people that do stand-up for the heck of doing stand-up at open mic nights because they might not be the next Kevin Hart or Russell Peters. They're not going to be the next, Adam Sandler. The list goes on and on. They're not going to be the next Godfrey. But because they love the art. I mean, T.I., great example. And T.I. right now is not the best comedian, but T.I. is new to being a comedian. But T.I. is one of the best rappers in the world. T.I. is one of the best actors in the world because he's been practicing that art. Now he's practicing the art of being a comedian. When he first became an actor, he wasn't um, top notch at the beginning when he first started his acting career, but he grew into it. You know, like when Ti when he first came out as a rapper and whatnot, I really wasn't feeling his music and whatnot. It took me a minute for me to start feeling his music, but he's one of the greatest rappers on the planet. But the fact that he continuously persisted to go after his dreams and aspirations, and I remember when he had this little thing with Godfrey, and they squashed it like men are supposed to, without anybody having to call anybody outside the name out of the name, without anybody having to take no nonsense to the streets, because that's not what adults really do. I remember he said in the conversation he had on Godfrey's channel, on Godfrey with Trust. You get a chance, check that channel out. Great. I love Godfrey. I've seen him twice. Great comedian, very awesome, very talented. But anyways, Ti said, I did a comedy show that night and I got paid $0. When I could have did a concert as a rapper and got paid $300,000. Or maybe I'm paraphrasing the amount of money that he could have made and whatnot. But the fact is that he said, I'm doing this because I love it. Doing stand-up comedy. I'm doing this out of love. I'm not doing this out of showing off and yeah, I'm T.I. Y'all should just love me and kneel before me. I'm doing this out of love. So the things that you do out of love, it's like you might not make a penny off of it, or if you make a couple of dollars off of it, but the fact that you're able to do that still says a lot. So at the end of the day, this rant is just about, like I said, when I do my rants, I go all over the place, but that's why it's called Larry's Anything Goes, family. But at the end of the day, as I conclude with my rant today, hope is all we have. Hope can equal and transitions into passion. And when you're passionate about something, the fact that you can do it should be enough. Everything else should come later. All right. That's what I have to say on that note. Because to me, that is just one of the realest things ever. And I don't think hope is talked about enough to the point where people can really amass it. But, on that note, family, do the great things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live broke like a fool. Mike, now.